soon as
just
possible.
Like Marquise said, those teachers, brave, bold teachers, took a really bold action today. Hundreds of teachers decided they're sick of these conditions in our schools, sick of the unequal racist treatment of our city and our students. And like Rosa Parks did 60 years ago, when she took her action, that sparked the movement to break the back of the old Jim Crow in Montgomery with the bus boycott. Teachers in Detroit decided today it is our day to make a stand and break the new Jim Crow that we have in Detroit today. In the segregated, unequal conditions we have that is not fair to our students and not fair to those teachers or the people of Detroit. And we demand the restoration of democratic control of our schools to the people of Detroit with a fully empowered elected school board. Now, the state needs to just pay back the debt and then get their hands off DPS and get out of Detroit. Get out of our schools, get out of our city, get the emergency managers out, get that financial review board out, because even our mayor and our city council don't have the real power now. So I just am so proud as a teacher and the other teachers that action we took. Those teachers who were sick today are the most determined and courageous fighters and defenders of their students, and taking this day to stand up against the hurts and injuries that those students face every day under Snyder's policies. And it's going to be no more business as usual. And I think this sickness is contagious and it's going to spread. And that's why fellow teachers and I are petitioning for a mass meeting of the Detroit Federation of Teachers to call for that citywide strike that we know we need to win and can win. In addition to democracy, we have no democracy left in our city, in our schools, or in our union anymore. So we're demanding the restoration of our elected president, Steve Kahn, also, so we can lead the movement that we know this city needs and that we know that we can win with the power of those teachers that acted today and these students here with us and the parents and the parents that are marching to Lansing and the rest of the community. We know this is a fight we can win.
EM early has called this a move by a minority, a small minority, and given that there aren't many more teachers or students here, is he right that this is a minority movement?
Absolutely not. We know we represent the vast majority of not only the teachers, the students, but all the people of the city of Detroit and cities across this nation that are facing the same kind of racist attacks on their public education system as well.
Are you disappointed
so, in the
more
fact
people
that
aren't here?
I'm not disappointed at all. I think this is a great crowd. And the fact that 3 schools were completely shut down, others were operating on emergency status and skeleton crews with a corrupt union official telling people not to do it, who's not the real elected leader of the union. I think that's really powerful. And I think that we've really, made some people think about how much power we really have and how much it can grow. And if we use the full force of our power, how much we can not only defend from, but how much we can win a real positive program in the future that our students need and deserve. And it's the same thing as kids get in the wealthy suburbs. It's not rocket science. We just need more teachers, more resources, smaller classes. This is DSA, the Detroit School of Arts, with 1 art teacher. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And the students can give more details about that. I know dance programs have been cut. I was talking to a student who said the music tech program has been cut. And this is in a partnership with one of the wealthiest universities of the nation, the University of Michigan, where I just went to a football game where they had 100,000 people, each paying 100 tickets each. They have the money. If they're going to have a partnership with this school, they better support it and better admit more than, 4 students to the University of Michigan last year from DSA, if that. So we've got, big ambitions, big hopes and dreams, and a lot to fight for, and we're ready and determined to make that fight.
Yes. What students and teachers are out here protesting today?
We're out here protesting the racist attacks on our schools and our city and the unequal and unjust conditions that students and teachers face in Detroit public schools every day. And we're demanding, that change and that starts to change. We stop the Snyder plan right now, get his hands off of DPS and out of Detroit, return a full democratic control of the city and the schools to the people of Detroit with our elected school board now, and no other overseer empower the school board of Detroit so that we can take control of our destiny, of our schools and our city, and hold them accountable to give our students and our teachers what we need.
Can I pull you over here just a little bit? All right, and if you could just tell me, so how do you feel like demonstrations like this are helping in that effort?
I feel, this is just like it took, a mass civil rights movement led by Dr. King and Rosa Parks, who 60 years ago today initiated the action that led to one of the most successful civil rights protests, the Montgomery Bus Boycott. This is the spark that, shows us the power that we have if we continue to build it and grow this movement to break the back of the new Jim Crow and end these racist, unequal, unjust conditions in the schools in the city of Detroit.
Now, darn out early, the district's emergency manager has already issued a statement regarding these absences today. He says that this is sort of a misguided, in his words, and that this is actually hurting the students. But as we're here surrounded by students, what is your response to that?
Yeah, the teachers who sicked out today are the most determined, dedicated teachers of the city of Detroit, determined to fight to stop the injuries and injustices and hurts that those students face every day under Early's policies. It's his policies that are hurting the students. Understaffing, underfunding, under-resourcing the schools. Our students are overcrowded, over-tested, don't get the art, PE, extracurriculars that they need, and there's not a parent or a student in Detroit that doesn't understand that that's what we're fighting for today.
Absolutely. And looking ahead, are there any other planned absences by teachers in the works, or do you have any rough idea of exactly how many teachers opted out of going to school today?
I think there were at least hundreds today, and I do think this, sickness is going to spread and is contagious, and we'll continue to see more actions and, building up to the citywide strike that we know that we need to win. And that's why I'm, petitioning for a mass meeting of the DFT with my fellow teachers to come together and hold that discussion and vote.
Sure. Nicole, those are all of my questions. Before I let you go, is there anything else about this that you think would benefit listeners to know?
Just that I'm really, really proud to be a teacher of Detroit and stand here with these students and my fellow teachers and being part of this movement.
Okay, and you are at East English Village. Okay, and how many years have you been there?
I've only been there a year and a half. I started with DPS in 2006.